Hi everyone,
Hello guys,
welcome back
welcome back to our
to
channel.
ourselves.
Nice to see you. Today we have a interesting topic
It's
about yeah, you
thanks
can
to a question that came from one of you. We had a small chat um, on personal. Of course, we already clarified this, but I felt that this might be of help um, for many of you because it's one of the natural processes that happen when twin flames start to merge, and the connection with the Kundalini and what is going on actually.
the normal person, the regular person is gonna think that Kundalini is one thing and that's it. It expresses itself um, a little bit different, and each person has its like stage, But within Twin Flames, it's a little bit complicated because I am still realizing stuff.
Mm-hmm. I actually got a part of the download that we're gonna share with you now while I was speaking with this girl.
It's not like the higher self in which it pretty much does the same thing to each person. But the Kundalini is it's still, to me, it's like how can I explain? Because it's more connected to you, and I'm more with the higher self. But I'm not sure if that's true thing.
I think that's actually the key to our topic we're gonna mention in a
To
while.
me, it's like mystic,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And what we actually realize is that we have been experiencing the energy of Kundalini in different ways, both of us. So the processes have been simultaneously happening within me and within you, but we did experience it in a totally different way, and that's why it made it almost feel like I was the only one going through Kundalini experience, and you're just going through experiences with the higher self. But now we realize that there is a very big reason behind it, and things have been happening simultaneously within both of us. It was just not evident. It's
And
not obvious.
yeah, and even what I experienced by myself before meeting Petya, it was something, and I thought this something was the end. Like that's it. So there's nothing else to experience. You experience once, and you move on. But most of the times we were together, I realized through her that I was still experiencing the Kundalini, just totally different, like upside down. I don't know how to explain, just different.
Mm-hmm. So what exactly all this means? Because twin flames, when we talk about twin flames, we talk about polarity of energies. One of us is more yin, and the other is more yang focused. And this is the reason why we experience the same process in different ways. There's also many other reasons behind this, but this is, let's say, the basic one. We are all different people as well, so it is normal that we would experience a certain process in our own way, in our own timing, in our own direction. For example, I really needed to take some time to experience the Kundalini coming out of my crown chakra. I even kind of felt like I need a delay of the process, which indeed happened because it was gonna happen very quickly at the beginning of our physical connection, and I just didn't feel ready for it.
I think you did good to postpone, because if we are not ready, we don't even know what can happen.
Yes, and we pretty much delayed it with 2 or 3 years, something like this, until it actually happened all over again. So we understood that in the processes with Kundalini, I was the one that was more focused on the mind,
Yeah, and me, my more focus on in the body, in
the physical body.
physical body. Yeah. Pretty much, maybe to explain it a little bit better, the way I was acting could be also how the Kundalini wanted me to act. I don't know. For example, when I came to you, after we were like upset at one point, back in Friani, between us, and something happened, and my Kundalini just, I became her. Like, it's very strange how to explain. I just became her, and I went to you to make peace again.
She interfered very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, it's yours, it's your Kundalini, but it doesn't really matter anymore at this point, because it's just the way she expresses through me is like this, and then as we go together, that's it.
I think it has always been our Kundalini the whole time. It's just that through me, she was really working through my mind. There was a time when I was constantly just on spiritual topics, like 24/7. This continued for at least 1 or 2 years even. I just, as much as we were both focused on living a healthy life before that, like physically and taking care of all this, it's all of a sudden that all this didn't matter to me anymore. And it made you,
The other way around.
yeah, you got entirely focused on nutrition.
On nutrition, yeah.
Practices that are related with the physical body.
The body and some kind of Chinese wisdoms as well, which is related again to the body, and how to sleep, how many hours, when you're supposed to wake up, when you're supposed to eat, and what to do at each time. It's very strange.
I absolutely admire
it
the
is
knowledge
very good.
that you built
I
up.
still have this knowledge. I didn't throw it away. It's all good. I still practice, but it's we were like quite. I didn't want to have spiritual talks so much. A little bit, but not too much. And she didn't want to have or to know about how food affects us and how the nutrition works and stuff like this. So we were like, mind your own business. I mind my own and stuff like that.
It was like sometimes I was going in an emotional state, and you were saying it's whatever you ate that the focus, and I was like, you need B12 or whatever, because we were just coming out of veganism, and I was getting upset, and I was like, I don't need B12. I don't need whatever certain food. Like, we can all fix it, just with our state of mind.
And indeed, we also need a state of mind. We need a discipline. We need confidence, and we also need to have some faith in ourselves and faith in who we came here to be. If this is gone, just physical cannot help. You need to have these things, and this is what you had. You had with it. You were very confident as well.
But at the same time, I even think I needed to experience all this to let go of focusing too much on the physical body.
Well, number 3.
Because, yeah. But it was an excellent experience. There was a time when we were both mostly focused on the mind, and that's when we decided to go vegan, both of us, because this inevitably just puts you more on the mind. And you just cannot come out of it, no matter whatever you say, but you are constantly on the mind when you are vegan.
So what happens after all this, and we kept on being this way, we didn't improve that much. We thought,
No.
I'm going to call your attention by being myself, and you're going to call my attention to be yourself, and we just didn't want, so I continued my way, she continued her way. So Kundalini said, okay, you want to be the bad way, we're going to do the bad way then. So she created bad events, and with one of them being quite major, that woke us up into, okay, if we are not together, we're going to get harmed. Things are going to happen, which can be very dramatic, very painful. We don't even know if we can handle, so let's stick together to protect each other. Love is first. And
the peak of all this was involved actually a third party for both of us, and It was indeed quite dramatic, and just like you say, this event had to happen in our personal life for us to realize that we have to stay strong together, and we have to work for finding the way somewhere in the middle between my experiences and your experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, if we see clearly, even before that, energies were balanced, because energies always get balanced in the universe. We think we are constantly searching for balance, but there is an automatical balance that happens. So if we go too much on the yin, we attract yang energy.
Yeah.
And
It's like
this is
nature.
how, exactly. But if we stay somewhere more in the middle, extreme situations are less likely to happen in our lives.
Just like the tides in the sea, when it gets too high tides, that is a very big sign that soon the tides will go back and to become low tides. And that's just how it is.
Or have you heard that when before how are the big waves called? These very tall waves.
I don't know.
A
either.
tsunami.
Tsunami. Okay.
Before a tsunami, I know that the sea or the ocean is extremely calm. And
Yeah, it is.
and then all of a sudden the tsunami hits. Bang!
Mm-hmm.
And this is exactly what happens when we go on the extreme of the one energies.
So, in order to make this work, you cannot figure out what to do unless you take your partner as an example, because just by yourself it's impossible. Doesn't work. You have to just start to do and accept more, not just accept, but start to copy as well your partner. Start to do what your partner does, even if you don't like. Start small.
I'm sorry. I
The
shaked
camera.
a little bit the camera.
Even if you don't like what your partner does. For example, imagine we're gonna make an example. We are not like this anymore, but she meditates, let's say 24/7, and you wake up, you meditate and stuff, and you go to sleep. She doesn't do that, and I'm constantly eating in the fridge. I open the fridge, I start eating, and I don't stop. So I have to.
You love to eat, baby.
I love to eat, but not like this. I'm just giving an example. So imagine I come here, I understand what she's doing, I try to incorporate, and I do a little bit of meditation. And she stops the meditation, she
Yeah.
goes to eat a little bit, not to become a skeleton.
Well, I'm not a skeleton at all.
Just an example, but it's funny.
Yes, it is.
And it's like this. And you incorporate a little bit until half of your day is eating and meditation. Half of my day is the same, eating and meditation. Something like this. It can be a little bit more for one or the other.
We came up to a small point here that Kundalini is actually the third element between you and your twin flame, and this is what makes the Trinity idea.
Yeah.
That was one of the, not one, that was the very first thing that Kundalini came up to me as knowledge coming from the astral field, that the Trinity is the basic law of the universe, and this is how things work.
Everyone uses this. All tribes, religions, they all use it. Father, mother, and son.
As a matter of fact, the third element is not a free third element. It's more like the three element is a combination of the first two elements. This is what the third element is. That's why
So
it's always
cool.
mother, father, and a child.
Yeah, because the child
child
is part
is
of the two. Okay.
The third element,
So
which is the...
yeah, there is no third element if we are not together.
Exactly.
It becomes incomplete. It becomes.
That's it.
It becomes extreme.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, sometimes, if not most of the times, that's a part of how the mind of humanity works, that something bad has to happen for us to really get together. It was really what was valid for us at that time, but I'm grateful for this experience.
Me too.
Anything else you want to say?
That's it.
Okay.
So the message is there.
See you soon.
Thank you guys. Hugs. Kisses. Ciao, ciao.